Welcome back to Car Future Wheels. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about electric crossovers set to make waves in the global EV scene, the 2026 BYD Atto 3. Whether you're considering a switch to electric or you're just passionate about where the auto industry is heading, this is one model you'll definitely want to get familiar with. Let's start with what hits you first. The design. The 2026 Atto 3 retains its compact crossover stance but refines it in a way that makes it feel more upscale, futuristic, and athletic. From the front, the visual identity has been sharpened. The nose now looks more aggressive, with a redesigned grille that's slimmer and more aerodynamic. Even though it's a fully electric vehicle and doesn't need a traditional grille, BYD has smartly kept a sculpted element to give the Atto 3 a bold face. The LED headlights are sleeker, piercing outwards and connecting via a full-width LED light bar. This continuous strip doesn't just look modern, it gives the front a wider and more planted look, especially at night. Looking at the side profile, there's a lot to appreciate. The Atto 3 has clean, flowing lines that echo a sense of movement, even when it's standing still. The 2026 version now features slightly more pronounced fender arches and a crisper beltline running from the front fenders all the way to the rear taillights. What really stands out are the flush door handles and design choice that's increasingly common in premium EVs for aerodynamic efficiency and aesthetics. The new alloy wheel design is another highlight. Depending on the trim, you get either a 18-inch or 19-inch turbine-inspired rims, which not only improve airflow but add a sporty touch. The floating roof line remains, with blacked-out pillars and a newly designed C-pillar that gives it a coupe-like silhouette. At the rear, BYD has cleaned up the look while keeping it expressive. The taillights are now even more pronounced, again using a full-width LED bar that visually connects both ends. The BYD logo has been replaced by spelled-out branding, a trend we've seen across many automakers, signaling a push toward a more global and premium image. The rear bumper features functional aero diffusers and the absence of visible exhausts reinforces its clean electric nature. There's also a subtle roof spoiler that adds both form and function. Step inside, and it's clear BYD is upping the game. The 2026 Atto 3 features a cabin that's surprisingly playful yet functional. The dashboard maintains its distinctive wave-like design, inspired by muscle fibers and gym equipment. Yes, even the air vents resemble dumbbells. It's quirky, no doubt, but somehow it works. And that rotating center screen? It's still here, now upgraded to a 15.6-inch display on higher trims, with a more fluid rotation mechanism and an upgraded UI that feels faster and more intuitive. You can switch between portrait and landscape at the push of a button, depending on your preference for navigation, media, or settings. Material quality sees a noticeable boost. There's more use of soft touch surfaces, less piano black plastic, and better overall ergonomics. The ambient lighting is now multi-zone and customizable, with dynamic effects that respond to your driving mode or music. The front seats are sporty yet comfortable, featuring improved bolstering and a new vegan leather upholstery that's both sustainable and durable. Heated and ventilated functions are now available on more trims. Rear seat comfort is solid for this class. The flat floor, courtesy of the dedicated EV platform, means there's more legroom for middle seat passengers. The seats recline slightly, and the panoramic glass roof opens up the space nicely. There are rear AC vents, USB-C ports, and even small storage slots for mobile devices. The cargo area remains practical, with a slightly wider opening and improved underfloor storage. The rear seats fold down flat in a 60-40 split, offering flexibility for larger items. There's no frunk in the Atto 3, but the trunk space is enough for a family's weekly shopping or a weekend getaway. Under the hood on the performance front, the 2026 Atto 3 continues with its front-wheel drive layout powered by BYD's latest Blade battery and electric motor setup. The single-motor version produces around 150 kilowatts or 201 horsepower, pushing the car from 0 to 60 in just under 7.3 seconds. For a compact SUV, that's more than adequate. It's zippy off the line, with that instant EV torque making city driving feel light and effortless. There's also a new dual-motor all-wheel drive variant for the 2026 model year. That one cranks out closer to 240 horsepower, shaving the 0-60 time down to around 6.2 seconds and giving the Atto 3 more confidence on twisty roads or in slippery conditions. BYD has reworked the suspension slightly for better ride quality, and it shows as the damping feels more refined, especially over rough patches. It's still tuned more for comfort than sportiness, but there's a surprising level of composure in corners. Range is one of the highlights of this model, thanks to a more efficient battery and improved software management. The 2026 Atto 3 now offers up to 500 kilometers or about 310 miles of range on the WLTP cycle, depending on the variant and wheel size. Real-world range should hover around 270 to 290 miles, which places it competitively among other crossovers in its price bracket. Fast charging support has also improved. You can now go from 10 to 80% in roughly 35 minutes using a 150 kilowatts DC charger. It's not the fastest in the segment, but it's fast enough for most use cases. In terms of driving assistance, BYD has made strides in this department. The new Atto 3 now features an upgraded suite of driver assistance technologies under the D-Pilot 2.0 system. That includes adaptive cruise control, lane centering, autonomous emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and a surround view camera. The system feels more polished, with better lane-keeping behavior and smoother intervention. Now, on to the all-important pricing. BYD continues its strategy of offering high-tech, well-equipped EVs at compelling prices. In most markets, the 2026 Atto 3 starts around $34,000 for the base comfort trim. The mid-range premium variant comes in at about $37,000 and adds larger wheels, upgraded audio, and the bigger screen. The top-spec AWD model reaches just under $42,000 but includes all the bells and whistles: a panoramic roof, full ADAS suite, leather, upgraded interior materials, and more. When you factor in incentives and BYD's battery longevity reputation, this pricing positions the Atto 3 as a strong value proposition. Globally, BYD is clearly aiming this car at the likes of the Hyundai Kona Electric, MG ZS EV, and even the Tesla Model Y at the lower trims. While it might not match Tesla in performance or brand prestige just yet, it absolutely punches above its weight when it comes to design, range, features, and daily usability. And let's not forget, BYD is a battery tech leader. That means long-term durability and thermal stability are real strengths. To wrap it up, the 2026 BYD Atto 3 is more than just an evolution. It's a clear signal that affordable, well-equipped EVs are here to stay. It combines a bold exterior design, a clever and tech-savvy interior, respectable range, and good everyday performance into a package that doesn't feel like it cuts corners. Whether you're an EV newcomer or someone looking to upgrade from an earlier model, the Atto 3 deserves serious consideration. It's stylish, practical, and future-ready, all without breaking the bank. That's it for today's in-depth review. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay updated on the future of electric vehicles, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Car Future Wheels, and hit that bell icon so you never miss our take on the cars that are changing the world. Drop a comment below and let us know what you think of the 2026 BYD Atto 3. Would you buy one over a Tesla Model Y or a Hyundai Kona? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, keep your wheels spinning and your future electric.